Hi everyone. Happy new month to you all. And I want to warmly welcome you back to my channel to another episode. So after posting the video about the full funding, I had a few people ask about, what if they get a partial funding? Should they still come? And so this video is going to address that. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Alright, so let's go into details of the funding. So then, you didn't get the 20 hours GA-ship, or that is full scholarship, but then you had the partial funding. So then what that means is that probably you had a 10 hours GA, and that is the partial funding. With that, you're going to be employed 10 hours, that is part-time, to work, and then as a GA. And then also it means that your tuition fee is going to be catered for, like partially. That is, they're going to pay 50% of your tuition, and then the rest of the 50% is up to you. You have to pay for that. And then the other dynamic is that you may be offered maybe a full tuition waiver. So with a full tuition waiver, then it means you're not going to pay any fees. You just have to grab your bags and come here. But then, your life over here does not only depend on paying fees. You have other needs to cater for. You have to pay for your rent, you have to pay for your utilities, you have to pay for other expenses, so your living expenses, which is most important. But then if you have the tuition waiver, you are not that bad. So then let's see, what should you do? Should you still come? I wouldn't sit here and say that don't come, but then I'll give you the reality of your funding and then what you are going to meet. So then if you didn't get the full funding and you have, say, partial funding, that is 10 hours GA-ship, at this point in time, I will tell you that all hope is not lost. There's still opportunity for you to come, so far as you're able to provide a bank statement to show that you can fund yourself, for you to be given the I-20. The next thing I would want you to do now, you can do it now. Go to a link I am going to attach over here. It is called a handshake. That is where you get to apply for jobs on campus. So then with a 10 hours GA, during the term times you can work for 20 hours. So with a 10 hours GA, it means you are being employed only 10 hours, and the other 10 hours is up to you to look for jobs. And the where to look for the job is what I have posted at the top there. So you go to handshake and then you look for jobs over there. Those are jobs on campus. So you can get office jobs, you can apply for GA-ship at large, you can apply to work with the Center for International Education and all that. Provided the posts, they make a post over there, you can apply. Some of them you would have to go for interview, and then you'll be good. And that same also apply to somebody who has a full tuition waiver. For you don't have the headache of paying for fees, but then you have to secure a job to be able to live, because trust me, it's not going to be easy for you. So you should prepare and plan, and then make sure that everything runs smoothly for you. So you can also look for the job on campus. And then one thing about the dynamics with these two fundings, that is with the partial funding and then full tuition waiver, is that you will still have to pay for your health insurance, and health insurance in America is expensive, and you don't pay annually, you pay per semester. So then if it's the spring semester, you have to pay something like, spring semester is the most expensive, so that is 1,960 something, almost 2,000. So you're going to pay that aside if you had the partial fund, aside the 50% of the tuition you would have to pay. You have to pay for health insurance, because the partial funding does not cover your health insurance except you have 20 hours GA. So you have to cater for that. And then also there are other university charges that you pay per semester. So those ones are normally amount to almost 1,800 and something, but almost 1,000. You have to pay that. So then you really need a job. And if you have heard from your faculty or your department, this is the time to make a follow-up to know if there are any opportunities for you to get additional funding. Probably they can employ you at the department to work part-time. If you ask them and they say there's no opportunity, then you go to Handshake. There's always a job posting over there. You try your hands on that and then you're going to be good. But then make sure you are proactive. Always try to interact with them and then look for opportunities. Don't wait, because there is no time for you. And then make sure you plan ahead, because with the kind of funding you have, if you don't take care, you're going to stress, especially the first 2 months, because if you come, you have some fixed costs you have to pay. Over here, before you move into an apartment, you should have deposited an amount. So you pay for the deposit before that particular month's rent, and you will have to cater for that before other stuff. If your apartment is not furnished, you will have to furnish that. And this is not to scare you, but then this is to motivate you and then urge you to go the extra mile to look for jobs on campus, so that your stay here becomes smoothly, because it's not easy as it looks like. So I would want to congratulate you, even with your partial funding, that well done, because in this COVID times, funding is kind of limited. Most departments are constrained. So congratulations, you've been able to secure some funding. Now the ball is in your court. Look for some part-time job on campus and then plan. I wish you all the best. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope it was quite educative and you've learned something and you're ready to put that into action. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave your comments. If I wasn't able to touch on something, please draw my attention to that and I'll address it. Adios. Bye bye.